Hey, it's Lindsay, y'all. I I want to talk about surgery again. I know I've made at least one video talking about trans surgeries and thinking about that, and but it's on my head. It's on my mind. It's in my head a lot right now. I have a consultation scheduled on Monday with a surgeon to talk about options and, what he can and can't do, and try to figure out what I want to do. Because I don't know. And I am struggling with that. If I could push a button and just reconfigure my body, I would do it in a heartbeat. No hesitation. But it is not that simple. And even with everything that you go through, it's still not exactly like it would be if you had been born that way. And I'm probably going to ramble and go off on tangents and circle back around on this, but I just need to get this out there. I need to get it off my chest, get it out of my head, because it's driving me crazy. I feel like I should be excited. I feel like I should be happy. And I'm just scared and anxious and nervous and insecure and just struggling. Having a proper female body is something that I know I've thought about since I was at least 10 years old. Since the time that I tried to do a recording to subliminally suggest to myself to turn into a girl in my sleep, because kids do weird things like that. So I tried to will it to happen. I know that from when I was 10. And I'm pretty sure it goes back younger than that. And I don't know if I've talked about it here before, but one of the things that kept me in denial and repressed for so long is fear of surgery. Because, 20-year-old or however old I was at the time, me, when I first started understanding some of those things about trans experience, I didn't get a really proper picture of it. And certainly it's different now even than it was then, but I had it in my head that if you were trans, you were so miserable in your body that you had no other choice, but you had to undergo surgery, literally head to toe. Just everything. That's what I thought. That's what I thought transition was. And it terrified me. It still terrifies me. But I know it's not required to be trans or to transition. And I know that, like, it's not like head to toe surgeries. I mean, you could potentially do surgeries all over, but it's more a la carte. But I don't know. I think some of it was also, if I'm being honest, it's an excuse because of internalized transphobia and shame and just worrying what people would think. And all of that just being a really nice excuse to say I'm not trans and I can't transition and I won't. And then I did transition. And I thought it'd be okay because I was just going to do hormones. And now I have a consultation with a surgeon on Monday. And I don't know what I'm willing to commit to or not. But there's a part of me that wants to look right in leggings, to look right in a bathing suit, to have the kind of sex that I want to have in the role and in the body that I should have. And there's all kinds of compromises. And things that can be done even if you don't go like full bottom surgery. And I think I'm going to do at least something, even if I don't do full bottom surgery. Although I have a hard time justifying it to myself, why wouldn't I? If I'm already going to do something down there. There's part of me that feels like I need to try using what I have again with a partner in the old way. I don't know if it'll even work like that anymore, to be honest. It's been over a year at this point since I was with a partner that way, or in any way. And hormones have changed the way things work down there. Like, maybe with some Viagra, it might work like that. And then it's a matter of even if it'll even work like that, and if I even want to use it like that. And I don't know if that's because I legitimately liked using it that way and having that role in the bedroom, or if it's because it felt good. Of course it felt good. And at the time I didn't hate it. I don't know that I hate it now. I just wish I had something else. But so like I have good memories with that. And it's kind of irreversible if you get rid of it. There's no coming back from that. And I don't think I would want to. Like, that's the thing that I keep coming back to is like, I'm not going to change my mind on transition. I'm a woman named Lindsay, and I'm living my life that way. And I love it. Obviously, I've lost stuff because of that, but I can be happier in my body and in my wardrobe. Not that you could tell it today. I haven't showered or done anything really, like just wearing a tank top and a hoodie. Transition was worth it. It has been, and it will continue to be worth it. So I'm not going back. And like, I already have irreversible changes. Like, I mean, okay, not irreversible, but not like, I'm at a point now where I couldn't just like stop HRT and everything would go back the way it was. Like, there's some things that would require surgical change, just from the hormones. But that would be technically reversible still. But if I do anything down there, it's permanent. I mean, you know, they can do like revisions and improvements on it to make it better for what it's gonna be, but can't get back the old equipment. And I really think a part of that is just letting other people in my head. What if you regret it? What if I regret not doing it sooner? Like transition in general. Because a part of me knew when I was in my early 20s. Part of me knew enough to question it and keep coming back to it over the years. I could go long periods without thinking about it, but it always kept coming back. So I don't know what to do. I know I need to write out questions for the surgeon. And like, I know the basics of the procedures. I know the general risks. So really it's about like assessing this surgeon and what he does and his techniques and how that, you know, varies from what other people are doing and what his success rates are, and like seeing photos of his results in the past. You know, discussing how my weight could affect all of this, because I am significantly overweight, technically obese by BMI standards. Not that BMI is a good medical measure of anything, but I carry a lot more fat on my body than I should. And I know that. I have a scale that tells me what my body fat percentage is. And it's a lot. And I see it like in places that I wish I didn't have it, and I would really like it to be gone, but that I haven't committed to ways to get rid of it. And maybe I'm not doing that because it's an excuse. Because I think maybe the surgeon will tell me, like, well, you're too fat, so we can't do it unless you lose weight. And I'm like, okay, well. And then I go and struggle to lose weight. And be like, oh, well, I can't lose weight. I guess I can't get the surgery. I don't know. And I talked about this in therapy on Thursday, but like another thing that I'm struggling with is having the support structure to support me through major surgery. Like, even if I do like the lowest level surgery down there, my friend who just had that, she was out of work for 3 weeks. And, I know for a lot of that, she was able to be somewhat self sufficient, but not through all of it. And she had her wife to help her and support her. And I don't have that. And I know I have friends who like would probably, when they see this video, they'll be like, I would come and support you. I would stay with you. I would do whatever I needed to do. And how my therapist even said that. But I'm also really stubborn, and I don't like asking for help from people who have their own lives and their own families and partners and things going on. Like, I feel selfish trying to tap into that. And so that's just if I went for the bare minimum. If I went for, some degree of more complete bottom surgery, it's a longer recovery time. It's months. And there's a lot of things that are just like you literally have to learn how to pee again. There's a lot of things you have to relearn and adjust to, and there's potentially, depending on what you do, there's maintenance that you have to do that eats up a lot of your time, especially in the first 3 months. And I don't know if I can do that. And I don't, like I said, I don't know that I have the people to support me through that. And my therapist told me, don't think about the logistics. Think about what you want and what you need. And we can figure out the rest later. But I don't know. It kind of ties back in and is a reminder of how lonely I am. And I just... I don't know. Literally in my head, telling myself the same thing I said in my early 20s. I don't want it enough. I won't do it because I don't want it enough. So I will suffer. I will suffer to my degree, but still feel like it's not as much as other people suffered and why they felt like they needed to do it. And it's not me saying that I'm not trans enough. I'm trans as fuck. There's no question of my identity of being trans. Or even of my identity of being a woman. I might be more than that. I might be some flavor of non-binary. I don't know. I've been thinking about that some, but I'm a woman. Always have been. It just makes sense when you look back at me, but... So, none of the identity stuff is, in crisis. It's just... Do I want to make the changes to my body? Do I want those changes enough to put myself through all of that? And then the potential of all of the other doors that opens. Because once you've had that surgery, a lot of other things seem a whole lot less intimidating. So maybe I would go do other surgeries. Some of them trans specific, some of them maybe not. Just other things to just sort of get my body into a form that makes me happier. It's so easy for us to judge people who go out and get a lot of plastic surgery and be critical of them, and yeah, a lot of those people do go too far. But I really get the mindset now. I didn't before I came out as trans because I didn't care enough about my body, because I didn't take care of it. But I didn't know what it was to care about your body and to want it to look a certain way, to want it bad enough that you're willing to put yourself through that. I didn't know what that felt like. I do now. Or at least I'm getting to that place. I'm understanding it. I don't know if I'm there, but I'm understanding it. And this shit's been so hard as it is. I haven't had any kind of like mental peace since before I started transitioning or came out, or to myself even. My mental health has been in turmoil for years. Like, I don't think I've been properly at peace for any decent period of time for at least 2 or 3 years. Definitely not in the last 2. And this is just, and I've got so much shit going on right now already. And like my therapist was telling me, I could put this off more. I don't technically have to deal with this until I'm ready to, or when things are calmer in other areas. And she's not wrong, but I still have this dysphoria that is, it's wrecking me. And I think that like, I don't think it's not gonna go away on its own. And I think that it's gonna continue to affect my well-being in such a way that it's affecting other parts of my life. Like, just my general well-being and trying to find a relationship and not feeling completely insecure about my body. I think it's already hard enough, like, finding somebody who's not just gonna love me for the amazing person that I am, but who also accept my body as it is. Or even if I do change it, like, will they even accept that? I don't know. Been watching a lot of lesbian TikToks. That probably hasn't been great for me because it's just, talking about some of these stereotypical like jokes and experiences and things that don't apply because of the way my body is configured. And I feel fake. I feel like an imposter. And I know I'm not. But I feel like it sometimes. I don't know. This may have been word for word like the last surgery video. I don't know. I didn't go back and rewatch it before I made this. So it could be that I'm just rehashing the same stuff in my head over and over again. There's probably some new stuff in there, especially considering that I am doing this consultation on Monday. So I've got that Monday afternoon, and then pretty much right after that, I have group therapy, which is, it's trans group therapy. But so I will be going straight into that raw and fresh and having not really even had time to process it yet. But I think that'll be good to like go into that group in that context. And then and then I have to go into a very, very busy week at work, and in my social life. So it's like it's not all like work stuff. There's some really good social stuff happening next week too, but it's a big week. And Monday is also the 1 year anniversary of my separation from my ex-wife. So tomorrow's Mother's Day, and I don't have a great relationship with my mom right now, and I'm not planning to acknowledge the day. But at some point I'm going to get a passive-aggressive text from her, I know. It's just, there's a lot going on. But I did take off work on Monday. I'm going to try to get myself centered and at peace during the day. And try to go into that consultation in a good headspace. And like, I don't know that I'm going to come out of that knowing what I want to do. But I'm hoping like after this, there's not really anything else that, I mean, assuming that I like the surgeon and like I think that he would be good for me, and assuming that I don't want to like talk to other surgeons, like I won't really have anything else that I can do short of just the soul searching and figure out what the hell I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna keep doing that, I guess. I keep doing it up until the consultation. I keep doing it after. Hi, Ellie. Hi, sweetheart. There's a dog right here. Right here. All right. I'm going to go maybe write out those questions now. Probably need to feed my dog. I mean, there's food out, but I haven't given her meds tonight, so I should probably do that. Okay. As per usual, you know how this goes. Love and hugs. Send them my way too.